On a beautiful warm summer day, Bettina Ring spent time chatting with agriculture leaders at the Virginia State University USDA Field Day at Randolph Farm. Back in January, Ring was promoted from head of the Virginia Department of Forestry to Secretary of Agriculture and Forestry by Governor Ralph Northam. She is the first woman to serve in that role and has stepped into it nicely.
Well, I think it is important to recognize that we need to make sure that we have diversity and inclusiveness in our workforce across agriculture and forestry, the community, all types of diversity, and I feel fortunate to be a woman serving in this role. So it's nice to see more women moving into leadership roles, and I feel fortunate to be here. I think it is important for us to be able to serve as role models and mentors for young women coming behind us.
Ring, who replaced Basil Gooden, oversees the state's largest private industry, agriculture. The agriculture and forestry industries combine to provide more than 442,000 jobs in the Commonwealth and has a combined economic impact of more than $91 billion each year, according to the Weldon Cooper Center for Public Service at the University of Virginia. A Virginia Tech alum, she began her career with the Department of Forestry, working her way to deputy director before leaving to work in the nonprofit sector in Colorado. She returned to the East Coast and was a senior vice president of family forest at the American Forest Foundation in Washington. There, she oversaw the largest and oldest sustainable woodland program in the country. Ring was appointed Virginia State Forester in 2014 and credits her successful career to her upbringing in Craig County.
Basically, I had a family that had a very strong land ethic, and I just was very connected to the land from a very young age. And so I knew that that's what I wanted to do with my career. At some point, I wanted to do all that I could to help steward and make sure we protected the land and the environment long term.
Ring is well aware of the many challenges facing today's agricultural and forest producers. Changing markets, higher labor costs, lack of profitability, and loss of prime farmland to development are among them. She said she wants her legacy to be one of preserving the family farm in Virginia.
There are things you know you want to do, you have a vision about how to move forward and goals and priorities, but you do have a limited time to accomplish that. And so working with and through others to make that happen, being very focused on what's important. And so for us in our secretariat, we're focused on economic development, we're focused on forest and farmland retention, and we're going to be focused on public health and education. How can we make sure that we retain forest land and farmland by giving the landowners the tools that will help them keep the land intact and keep that in forest and farmland and in the family if that's what they choose.
What is her advice to other women interested in agriculture leadership?
Follow your dreams, never give up on that. Believe that anything's possible. You can do anything you want to do in this world. And so have that vision and stick to it.
In her new role, Ring oversees 3 agencies: the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, the Department of Forestry, and the Virginia Racing Commission. But perhaps her most important role is to serve as an advocate and a promoter of Virginia agriculture and forestry both at home and overseas.